We're the talk of the town. We're the artists, the actresses, the filmmakers too, meeting Venus. Yeah, we're coming through. Shine your light, let your voices be heard. We're spreading love with every single word, from the stage to the screen. We're making our mark, me and Venus, together we embark.
Good evening. Today I'm very happy to welcome singer Ali Byland. Hello, Ali. How
Hi,
are you?
I'm great. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. Very happy to meet you. Before I ask you about the new singles and I want you to tell me a little bit about you and also your journey from Albuquerque to Seattle.
Yeah, I think it just cut out a little bit.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good. Yeah. So, are you asking about the single Two Circles?
Yeah, no, first I want to ask you about your journey, your interest in music. How did it start before you decided to become a professional singer, and also your journey from Albuquerque to Seattle? How did you decide to do this move as well?
Yeah. I grew up in Albuquerque and I love being from the desert forever, but um, I've been in Seattle, in the Seattle area, and I think that people, just my genre, the indie rock genre, it does really, really well here. And my band is here. The studio that I recorded my record at is here. And I just, I love Seattle so much. I feel really inspired by the nature and the water around me. So yeah.
And and tell me a little bit about your new song. You recorded several studio album as well. Tell me a little bit about how did you gather your team, and lyricist and music writer, and how did it start with you to have your own band?
Yeah. I've been playing music since I came out of the womb. And my very first piano lesson was really, really special. I remember sitting down when I was younger, and my mom, she stole money away from our grocery budget to help afford one piano lesson for me. And I sat down at the piano and she said, "How about you find one note on the piano that expresses how you feel?" And so I found a note on the piano and I was like, "I think this is how I'm feeling." And then she said, "Let's tell a story with the piano." So I've always felt very, very connected to the piano and in regards to having it express my emotions. And I started my own band when I think I was 25 years old, so pretty late in the game. I played music in my church for most of my life. And then when I left the church, I started writing my own songs. And my partner, my husband, we've been married for 11 years. And we've been writing together and recording together. And the band that I have in Seattle, they're all badass musicians, people that play music that really inspired me. And I asked them if they would be in my band, and we've been on 3 tours now. So this is our second record and 3 tours.
And right now, tell me a little bit about how did you assemble your album Heavy for a While. I mean, do you have a certain theme you are depicting throughout the whole songs of the album?
Yeah, I think that that record is very much about me leaving New Mexico. My dad, he died when I was 21 years old. and he lived in New Mexico. So I really, really wanted to live in New Mexico and move back. So when I moved back there in 2020, I thought I would feel close to him again, but he was obviously not there. So it was almost like me reliving his death again. And
Mm-hmm.
it was the first time that I really felt like he was gone. And it was obviously during the pandemic and everything. So just a very, very heavy time overall. And I'm not alone in that. I know that a lot of people were experiencing so much grief during that time, and the loss of family and the loss of connection. Um, so I think that record is mainly about just going through something really, really tough, but also realizing that it doesn't last for forever, and that there are good things that come um, if we get through the tough times. There's no way around it. You have to go through it.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, right now, since you have several albums, and of course, I've got the press release about it, I want to ask you for yourself and your band, how do you promote your music right now? Through social media, through press releases? And do you rely right now on doing CDs, or right now, I mean, success of an album, how did you measure it, through the listeners on YouTube, on Spotify?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we got on several editorial Spotify playlists and Apple Music playlists and YouTube playlists. And that was definitely a goal of ours, just to get, you know, get in with the algorithm. And we worked with PR, we have a
Hmm.
label, and we have management. And we've worked really, really hard to get to that point where we have a team around us of people that are um, in our corner and on our team, and pitching us a lot. So we got on a few different our song has been in a movie and a TV show. I can't say it yet, but there's something else that we're announcing soon. Um, so we have several licensing deals, and all of that is really, really helpful financially.
Yes, yes, of course, this is great.
Yeah.
When you speak about algorithm, it is very a little bit odd,
Mhm.
because I think for every creator right now, it's about the algorithm. I mean, if
Yeah.
a YouTuber or a singer like yourself. But tell me,
Mhm.
because I've seen the music video
Mhm.
as well. Tell me about the director of the music video, and what you try to, the message through the music video you try to present in two circle.
Yeah, I think that we worked with director Chris Cunningham, and he is very interesting. Uh, he basically We sent him the entire record before it was out, and we said, do any of these songs do you feel like you connect with or that get you excited? And he works differently than any other director that I've ever worked with, because basically he is the one that comes up with the idea. So he will listen to the song, and then he comes up with the idea, and then he pitches it to us. And if we like it, then we say yes. But we like had zero input in the creative process. So you're kind of blindly giving over, a piece of art that you made, like a piece of music, and we didn't get to really have any say on what the video looked like, which was really fun. I wanted it like that. It was like we got to trust this person with something that we made, um, and I think he did an incredible job, because the song is a little bit eerie and it's a little bit haunty. Like it's talking about, um, have I changed? Have I grown enough in the age that I am at now? And I'm 32, and I feel like in some ways I'm behind, like I want to be further ahead than I am right now. So I think that song and the video, it shows that duality of, have I come far enough, but also
Mhm.
I'm proud of myself for how far I've come already.
Yes. Tell me, according to you, what is the most challenging process for your work? I mean, writing, composing the music, or performing in front of a live audience, promoting an album or a song? What do you think it's most challenging and most rewarding for you?
I think that getting to tour, and we got to tour 3 times with this record, all the way down to Texas in the United States and back to Seattle. And that's many, many miles, many, many shows. I think that that is the most challenging by far, but also the most rewarding, like getting to share your songs to a completely different state in a completely different place with people that you would never meet otherwise. Um, it's definitely the most fun. It's also the most challenging, the most expensive. So, yeah, that's something that I'm glad that we got to do, but it's hard.
Yes. Right now, I want to ask you, do you have a certain dream or project you would like to realize in the future?
That's a really great question. Yeah, I think right now we are in the process of writing again. Like we just put out this record, and I think that it's the best thing that we've ever made so far. But it's also the record before that I thought was the best thing. So I like this progression of I feel like I can see myself growing and see myself writing better songs and connecting with more people. But I would love to collaborate with 4 artists. I think we're going to put out some singles. I already have a couple artists that I'm collaborating with that are further along in their careers than me, and I'm excited to learn from them and collaborate and do some one-off singles. I don't want to put a record out yet again right away. I want to put out some singles that are really interesting and different because I'll be with different artists.
Like writers and musicians or duets like other singers?
Other singers, yeah.
Yeah, this is will be very nice. Yes.
Yeah, collaboration.
Hmm. Yes, but I'm very excited to know that for the music video you let the director choose for you the singer you would like to shoot. I think this is the first time I've heard it. You know, usually I mean the singer himself or herself or the band. You know, they have the because already they have worked on the song in studio. They have I mean the songs that closer to them they would like to shoot, right?
Right. Hmm.
Hmm. So I think this is very interesting that you let other, I mean, collaborate with you with their own thinking.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there was a level of trust. Like I've seen his
Hmm.
work before and I trusted
Hmm.
him, but it was, yeah, a little bit scary because I mean, we're spending money on this and I think that I love it so much. I think this song is weird and it's a little bit eerie and it's very, very beautiful. And I think that he blended all of those things with the video so well. Like it's definitely a little bit eerie, a little bit haunted, but it's so, so beautiful. And, but it's also weird. And I think that
Hmm.
that's kind of our band. Like I like to write things that are a little bit surprising, a little bit different, catch you off guard and cause you to lean in. So,
For sure. Yes, I want to ask you because you told me you're doing tours as well. Tell me a little bit about right now the taste of the audience according to you in America right now. What are the trending music they like? You know, because it keeps on changing. You know, from rock, pop, metal. You know, what can you tell me for you as a performer, according to you?
I think that people want authenticity right now more than
Mm-hmm.
anything. I
Mm-hmm.
think that there's so much, like, especially with AI and
Mm-hmm.
everything that, especially with the algorithm, everything that you're talking about, it just feels like very robotic. And it's really hard to connect with the artist because we're all trying so hard to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that more than anything, it's just really beautiful seeing artists just be their most authentic self. And I think that you can tell when someone's faking it and when they're singing about something that they don't care about. Um, and I think that you can tell when someone is putting their whole soul into singing something. So I think it doesn't matter the genre. It's just that if someone is being authentic, that's kind of what sticks out to me at least.
Mm-hmm. Finally, do you like to say something to your fans and your audience? who will be seeing this live with you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just want to thank them for listening to the songs. Like yeah, I mean, I just was looking the other day and there's like 5,000 Shazams on one of our songs
Mm-hmm.
and that means that somebody who had no idea who we were, like, was stopped in their tracks and listened, and tried to figure out what the song was. Like
Mm-hmm.
that shows me that we're doing something that's connecting with people.
Mm-hmm.
um it makes I'm super grateful for everyone who's bought our record, who's bought the actual vinyl itself and
Yeah.
our merch. That helps so much. Like, I obviously have a day job. I just got off of work, and
Yes.
so I believe in what I'm doing so much, but also there are many musicians that aren't just doing music. Like, we're all trying to survive out here, and we believe in what we're
Mm-hmm.
doing, and it's what I spend all my money on. I basically go to work, pay my rent, and then I spend all of the rest of it on touring and paying my band, and it's all worth it.
Great. I want to thank you very much for coming to the live on time. I will let you now to go home and say hi to your family, and I hope we can unite again in another interview when you have a new project to announce.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, I really appreciate your time, and your questions were very thoughtful. Was there anything that you wanted to ask that you didn't get to ask?
No, no, not at all. I usually prepare a lot of questions, and I start to select, out of them, So, so
Yeah,
thank you for this, and congratulations for your success so far with your husband, partner, and your band.
thank
And I wish you all the best in your upcoming releases.
thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful day.
You too, you too. Bye bye. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.